Hello everybody, Russian Batman back with another video. Second time recording this. I yapped a lot too much during the last one, so I'm gonna keep the yapping to a minimum, or maybe not, I don't know. I made a fully posable big fig. This is very inspired by I should have looked up the name of the YouTuber. I don't know. I'll leave a link to his channel, but he makes a lot of figures, kind of like, he'll make a lot of digital parts for figures. Like he'll make a custom like big fig mold or something, or like an inside out character, and then he'll print the piece on a 3D printer, and then that's how he kind of makes his customs. And they're very cool. I really like how he shows the process of how he does it from start to finish. A lot of customizers don't show it. And yeah, so he's kind of like new to the customizing scene, but I really like him. His customs aren't perfect, like the final results aren't great, and he even admits that. He gives his figures a fair score. He's not that great at painting. Like, I'm not here to diss him. I think he even acknowledges this. But yeah, and he made a custom posable Red Hulk. And I thought it would be a cool idea to try to tackle that same idea myself. Because I can. And this is kind of like doing it in a different way. Like I said, he's very digital. I'm very physical, so, you know, making like physical customs. I mean, he still like makes physical customs, but you know, he digitally makes the models for them and whatnot. But this is all just a cut up big fig that I decided to make posable, and this took like forever. This is why I haven't been up. Like last week I did upload, but the 2 weeks before I didn't, because I was just working on this guy. And wow, it took a long time. But let me show off all the points of articulation for you. So elbows, both not elbows, shoulders on the ball joint. So you can go like that, go all the way around and out. So yep, and here the way I did the ball joints on this one is I did the ball joints on the inside of the arm. So just kind of carve that out and put a ball joint there. And then this is just kind of like I said, it's just like a standard piece. I didn't glue it in just to make sure it'd stay in. But like I said, this is the ball joint is probably the easiest part to do. So if you ever want to do a big fig just with a ball jointed shoulder, you just got to carve out that piece in the middle, put in a ball joint, and put in a ball joint piece in here. The only problem is that when the arm is down, the shoulder is a little bit lower, but most of the time you're going to be posing it like this, or you're going to have the thing out, so it's not going to really matter. That gap doesn't really matter too much. And then going on to the next point of articulation, as you can see, he has an elbow articulation. I do really like how I designed it. So you can see the elbow actually goes in on itself. So therefore, when you're looking at it from the outside, you don't really get that much of you get very minimal seam. And I just really like how that turned out. So yeah, I'm going to put this back on so you can see there you can see from the outside what this looks like, up, down. Hand can still swivel, no ball joint, nothing fancy in the hands. Kept those the same, and you can see same on this arm. Then down, we see here the hip can swivel back, forth, like so. Tiny bit of a crunch, not much. If I take this apart, you can see that's a ball joint. And yeah, so like I said, that's why you can get a little bit of a crunch there, but not anything insane, just enough so he can, like I said, look kind of off to the side a bit. But yeah, down to the legs. The legs are the things I'm probably least proud of. It was a lot harder to come up with a design because the arms here, if I give you like a normal big fig for an example, arms kind of had a very kind of easy seam to make. Like you see there's a seam there, so I just kind of cut that and then refined it so it can have that posability to it. So that was pretty easy, but the legs weren't, because one, big fig legs are very small in proportion. As you can see here on a normal big fig, because they're so damn scrunched over, the big figs, one, they're very short. Like, see, this is like extremely tall, but like I said, I think proportionally, like you see here, this big fig his hands are going all the way down to your knees, right? If you were just to stand up straight and put your hands down, they would not go all the way down to your knees. They would go, like I said, I think this proportionally is a bit more accurate, where it goes just before the knees, and like I said, all the way down past the knees. So I think proportionally, this does work a little bit better. However, like I said, if you have it with a bunch of other big figs, he is gonna look tall, but you also can crunch him down, so you could, like I said, bend his knees here. So you can see here, now he's, like I said, he's a little bit more, like I said, he's still taller, still significantly taller than a normal big fig, but at least, like I said, now he looks a little bit more in place with a big fig. But like I said, still, you do have a lot of added height because I had to add a lot of material to fill in a lot of these seams that were added. So I basically made like a skeleton out of there's a ball joint here. So there's a ball joint connection there. So which is nice because then you get that full kind of swivel, not a full range of movement. You can like kick off to the side, but you get some nice motion. And then like I said, here there's a clip joint. The only problem is you get this really ugly seam when he bends his knees. Now I know a lot of action figures will add another like kind of an extra joint in the knee to make sure it's covered. I didn't do that because I'm not that skilled to figure out how to engineer that. And then like I said, clips on the feet here, so he can, like I said, he has a nice amount of movement that way. He can't really point his toes down, unfortunately. But yeah, and that's like, so that's pretty much it. And obviously normal head articulation with the newer big figs with the head articulation. And yeah, it's kind of like a what if Lego made a more action kind of big fig. Now, as you can tell, this is just the normal Hulk. I decided to make this into, just keep it as the normal Hulk because I really just wanted to show off the articulation. I didn't want to make like a really fancy custom with a lot of painting that kind of took away from the whole feature of this guy. Now, is this going to be the standard for my big figs going forward? Heck no. This took forever to make. Maybe I'll customize this guy into something else. If you want me to, leave a suggestion down below who you think this would be cool as. And yeah, that is pretty much it. This guy, like I said, he took a while. And yeah, if y'all like the video, leave a like, subscribe, and let's get a pose in. Let's get a cool what pose? Like a cool like running. Hold up. Yeah, we could do that. We could do like, you know, it's one hand out. All right. Let's see here. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's a pose. He's hitting a pose. I like that. Hold on, I'm gonna put a little. Hold up. Wait a minute. I got this. Come on. I did this once before. Okay, getting this part to balance properly is a little bit. Come on. Look at that. All right. If y'all like the video, leave a like, subscribe. Go check out that other guy I was mentioning. He makes some really cool stuff if you haven't heard of him. Alex, I still don't remember his name. It'll be in the description. I'll make sure to put it in the description. Have a nice one. Go watch that 2011 from Rango. We also have a Discord server. Go join that if you like. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Ciao. That's pretty much it. See ya. Bye-bye.